All right, now that we have the basis of the strategy, kind of get the feel of it, let's go into more trades and the feeling of, how trades set up. So going into Snap, um, again, we got the 100, the 10, the Bollinger Bands, we have our impulse. This thing had a nice move higher. This is back in December going into the new year. Nice move higher. The end of the year found selling, then it just pressed lower. We got under the 100. Start of the year we popped. 20-day was resistance. Then we're selling, 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 selling. Um, Buyers find a floor here. This looks pretty good right here, 14, right here to try to press long. You kind of place your stop, 1350 or so, if that thing were to go. All right, kind of popping. They're trying, but the sellers are here. That's kind of worrisome. 2 days in a row where they sell it. Maybe the 100-day and the $15 level is more significant than what the buyers can do right now. All right, sellers win. Selling, selling. So the buyers are officially losers. If they're still in, they want their money back. The sellers are working it. All right, buying. All right, this is a little choppy. We're getting this grind in and out. It's kind of setting up though, where the 100 or the 10 and the 20 are closer together. So maybe we do get a pop above 14 and we get a run here. I don't know when earnings are, but I know they're soon. See, that like looks good. That looks like something I wanna try to buy. Oh, that's why earnings was right there, and we get that huge pop. So it kind of actually looked good pre-earnings. All right, so earnings they pop it, and then they're trying for the momentum. They get back up to the top end of the range, back down to the 10. That's pretty discouraging if you were a momentum trader. And then they see the gap there where you have support, and we close here right at the 10-day, and we kind of have this air pocket. Let's see if I can, let me do this. We have this air pocket between the 20 and the 10 and support, price support here. And that's an air pocket that you can anticipate. And look, they continue to press it. All right, testing the 20 and the 10, testing. They're kind of holding this gap here. They're trying, although it's all red bars, so it's nothing positive. Elliot just messaged me. All right, let me quit that. All right, so the buyers are trying here. We're back above. We're above. They're pressing it. All right, some resistance. We're like on the other side of this right here. And we have this $16 level, the 100-day. That's something to kind of be mindful of. All right, the sellers are here, selling. So stops for a short seller, short term, would be like right here. If you're playing this turn and think it's going to roll and think this is an air pocket, then I think that would be a pretty good setup. Now it's looking a little, it's like a coin flip. Are you going to get stopped out? Is this going to pop up? All right, that's encouraging. It has to go here. Gotta go. Go. Well, they're trying. They're holding it more than I thought they would. All right, there they broke it. And now 4 down days in a row. Holding the 100. Trying. We're getting squeezed here by all the moving averages. This isn't really encouraging. We're riding the 10. Maybe if we get on the other side, but it's just not looking that great. And we have this gap down here, 14. All right, they're selling into it. This looks like it's going to break. Trying. Oh, like a stop right here. This would be a pretty tight stop. And then you'd be looking for a flush. And you're just playing the momentum of the 10-day and staying under the 100 and the I want my money back crowd here. All right, flush. Holding again. All right, so this is probably going to pop from 15 up to 16. I'd be looking for this little zone. You know, you're looking for an immediate go. You kind of place your stop here, and let's see it make a move. All right, I mean, we popped, but 20 days resistance. Buyers are trying. All right, trying. Maybe this gives us something. Oh, there's more time. This is, you know, we got the 10 and the 20 coming together, so we're going to get something. All right, we're above. You can try to take that, see if we have follow through, but I don't know, it's tough. All right, follow through. Resistance at 16. So we had a little bit of a trade there. You know, it showed us a little bit of life. It's green. You know, we weren't printing red, we were printing green and blue there, and then, you know, we got above the 20, so we cleared some resistance. And then we got I mean, I guess we got a 6, let's see, what is that? 19 to, let's go to the 100-day. So we got 50 cents out of it, 3%. I mean, that's manageable. And big selling. Now we have, do we have the regret? The regret of those who bought. A little bit of buying down here. Oh, there's earnings. All right, so they sold right into earnings. And then this is kind of where the trade sets up, right? So you have this, let's see, hopefully it doesn't show all the price action. All right, so you have, I need more. You have Snapchat and, oh shit, oh, I gave you the. A lot of people have tried to buy Snapchat, and if you bought at the right levels, you did okay. If you're patient, you did okay. But if you're flat Snapchat, you know, you see this huge gap up, which obviously they impressed, and then this huge gap down and new lows, so obviously they disappointed. Now, I'm under the belief that it's a $10 stock. We're going to have an opportunity to, you know, take Snapchat for the long here. Like take a long here. We have this big gap. I'm not saying it fills. I mean, I think eventually it fills. It's a no-brainer. But I do think post earnings. So from this current earnings that just reported, I'm pointing to the screen physically with my fingers instead of the mouse. This earnings to the next earnings, I do think at some point we're going to retrace some of that move. It may be 50% of the gap. You know, who knows? It may be the whole gap. But I do think there will be an opportunity. So let's just watch price. All right, selling, but they're you know, they sold the rally the first day, and then they bought the dip the second day. You know, they're poking at the lows. All right, this thing. All right, there's a pop, but they sold into it, right? So you had 3 days of consolidation. They popped it. They sold into it. So that's pretty. You know, that's still selling pressure into these levels. All right, it's sideways inside bar. I mean, inside bar. I'm stuck at $11. I mean, you would think it's going to pop here, right? It's going to go somewhere, up or down. Coming to this 10-day, the 10-day is going to help it at least give us an answer, I mean. All right, the sellers prevailed. They broke that 11. Seeing some follow through. Seeing they traded. Let's see if I'm going to do this. Oh, that's not really helpful. All right, you can see it a little better. All right, so you have your 10-day, your 20-day, 10 days creeping into the picture, but the sellers are there at 1075, 1080, as the buyers are trying 1050. Let's see if they break the buyers. All right, retested 11. That was pretty positive. You know, I want to buy this. I already have an opinion that I want to buy, but I'm waiting for the right setup. We test 11 again. You know, these people who bought here, that some of them probably sold into the strength. The 10-day, you know, it's coming down. Ignore all the old price action. This is a new chart here. All right, so we have, let's see, we have the bottom end of the range, and then this is what I consider the top end, and then we have $11, which has been a pivot. So the sellers, you know, they really do keep selling into this, which is weird because we've gapped so much. All right, you know, the 10-day is now the level. It's become the level. The 20 days creeping into price. You know, $11, the 10-day. All right, a little higher low there. You know, trying. All right, sellers again. Pop. You feel that? You know, all of this pressure building up. And then finally we got a sign. We got a sign that, okay, we can put a stop in at these lows, and we can go with these buyers. We're you know, this feels like a breakout. We're breaking above the 10, we're breaking above the 20. You know, let's see if we can test the highs here at 1170. So, you know, entry at $11 again, and then you see the follow through. We pierced the highs, they sold into it, and then we gapped higher, sold off, but rallied back at the end, and we made a new, you know, we made a higher low, higher high. So this is working. Obviously, you want to see it keep going, because you do. We have this gap here, and we do want to see it. We want to see it play out. We want to see how strong Snapchat is, and I'm of the belief that this is a good opportunity, really longer term. But you know, I'm looking for $13, $13.75. We do have the value area low for the year at $12.19. So you know, $12 is obviously an important level. I guess you could even, if you really wanted to, you know, take that cluster. You know, another thing, there's no right or wrong here, but you can take like 50% of the move. So call it, you know, call it $14 and call it $11. So $12.50. So maybe that's a target. But if you're long options here, this is working, and really good profits. So that's yeah, that's Snapchat.